Since moving back from the West, I've been having troubles trying to get a job. Just heard back after 2 weeks of waiting to see if I can get rehired at an old job. No, I did not. Which annoys me because I tried to do the manifestation things. I tried to imagine myself in the first person redoing that job. Didn't work. But anyway, today is the first day I've started the 12-week year, which is like a goal setting system. I actually don't have the goals, but I kind of have the goals. The action steps to do the goals I'm already starting today because I want to finish the 12-week year out the day before a very special anniversary. The 24th is the first day that I played my original music live on TikTok. So I want to finish the day before that and then do another, set of the music on there that day. Whatever. Who cares? Part of the goals, part of the action steps is to make a video like this every day, between 1 and 5 minutes, that I can put on TikTok or YouTube or whatever. I'm hoping to get like 10K followers on TikTok at some point soon. Most of them are now robots that are following me. So who knows if that's gonna happen. Anyway, so I'm applying to other places, and I called HR in some places and left messages. Kind of sucks. But whatever, that's what's going on these days. That's what's going on in the world these days. And I don't know, I still don't have my electric guitar, and I want to get some money so I can afford to get back the shit that I lost. I lost pedals, and I lost my guitar, and I'd like to also have some money so that I can do some work with other people and not just like expect them to work with me, so I can actually pay people to do some work with me. So yeah, money. And I mean, also paying for food, eating food is good too, It's not just all about music, I guess. But yeah, so this is day 1 of that. A little let down about that job. I really wanted to get that job again. And I guess I didn't. This was one I had years ago. The day that I left the job was the day my dad died. And I think I already had a 2 weeks notice in, but I dropped out a few days early because my dad died and I just was not able to work. Like, I just couldn't work. So maybe they didn't like that. They also didn't like to rehire. The boss said, like, the company doesn't really like rehires, and I had been rehired once before. I worked there for many years, but I was off and on, whatever. So I'm applying to some other place. It's so fucking annoying. This whole job shit is so fucking annoying. I don't want to have to work at these places. Nobody does. I don't mind if I could just easily get the fucking job, but it's hard to get the job. Whatever. I never wanted to get a job not working for myself. I used to sell books, and I used to be able to just make enough money to pay my bills. But then Amazon started charging me out the ass now, and they still are charging me years later, that I had to cancel cards and stuff because they were trying to take money out for things. I never had stuff in storage, and they still were like, there's fees that have built up over 3 years, and now we're going to start charging you. And I'm like, wait, what? So, there's always somebody who's greedy and grubby and wants to get shit out of you. And I don't like that. I'd like to move beyond that. I'd like to move into a different direction, but whatever. And so now I'm looking at this local grocer that I have a neuroscience degree, but I haven't taken it to another level. I stopped because my dad got sick. What I'd really like to work in is psychedelics. I'd like to be like a psychedelic therapist. But, trying to just pay the bills is one thing. And then you got these dreams that are kind of diverting away from wanting to do music, too. When I went and studied neuroscience in school, I was curious about whether or not we have, like, DMT that we create inside our brains, because they say, like, oh, well, it kind of creates a dreamlike experience. So why is that? Do we have the creation and the destruction of DMT molecules throughout the day, as we imagine, as people who are really creative can perceive in their mind's eye creative things? Like, is that the the coming together and the breaking apart of the DMT molecule, like, because we have the building blocks. And so, like, when we're on the, the moment of death or during dreams, like, are these things actually, is this the reason why? But the school I was in, they were like, that's too fringe. We don't want to study that. We want to study the same old boring shit that we always do. Like, they always do. Because they're an institution that just wants to get government funding and whatever. People don't want to push the boundaries. They just want people to stay in their fucking holes and study what they study and then pay their student loans back. And so I never took it further than that because the student loans are crippling. Like, I can't even pay them, so I have to put that aside. Anyway, I'm not complaining. It just became something I didn't want to do. So now I walk into places with a degree at grocery stores, and the grocery stores don't want to hire me again, so whatever. Overqualified and underwanted. I mean, I could go and be a substitute teacher or something for some money, as long as I can shut down the overwhelm that I feel with noise and smells and kids screaming. And, I definitely have hypersensitivities to these things. And I feel like that could be very difficult for me. Because I was so frustrated in school. I can totally see why the kids would lose their shit. I wouldn't want to be there either. And wouldn't want to be there if I was a teacher. So, who knows? I don't know what to do.